Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. This is my new cup. See, half my cups have the logo on the side. If I'm like making my little thumbnails for you guys, there's no logo when I point to the empty side of my screen. So my logos get hidden all the time. So I don't know if you can see it, but it has the Starbucks logo on it. So today we are actually answering one of your questions, a new subscriber actually, and I want to read it to you. It's from Mary, and she's new in town in Coffee with Carey land, and I'll read you her question. She said, "Hi Carey, I'm new and liking your channel a lot. I was suddenly widowed, and my children are old enough and I've recovered emotionally enough that I would like to begin dating again. I'm in my 50s and overweight, but I would like to begin to start again before I am at my best, as that might take some time. I would love to see a video on this. Specifically, I am thinking it's probably best to just put it right into the profile up front, but I'm completely new to all of this, so an expert opinion would be super helpful." And I responded, "Welcome, Mary, and thank you for saying hello and leaving a comment. I will try to make a video on this topic, but to give you my short answer regarding dating with extra weight, I would say it depends less on the weight and more about how you feel about yourself. If you are feeling confident and sexy, then get your tush out there and start dating. Make sure you subscribe, watch for your episode to arrive in the next week or two." It's this week. I'm right on target. And she responded one more time. I want to read you one more message, which said, "Thanks, Carey. My thought is to just say I'm overweight, but in a good place and doing something about it. And then it might be a plus to date someone who's on the same journey. Because while I feel good about myself as a person, I haven't been out there since I was young and hot. And the confidence about being able to pull this off might need a little real world validation before I feel fully confident. In other words, I think I need some training wheels before I take off down the block." And I responded a couple more times with some things about that. We'll talk about it, but super cute. I thought that Keith, thank you so much for your words to Mary, your reassurance. But Keith, one of my followers, responded and said, "Mary, I assure you there are men out there who care more about your values and personality than your weight. Yes, we are on a journey of being our best self and our most healthy self, but emphasis should be on the person. Sending you encouragement and caring thoughts." Thank you for that. First of all, I wanted to say that weight is a subject that makes many people uncomfortable, and I do not exclude myself from that group. It's one of those many topics where people tend to make sweeping generalizations, and I try to never do that with anyone who can be even seen as part of a group of people, or for the way they look, or the place they live, or even the opinions they have. I really try to see everyone as an individual and be a positive force in people's lives, because I believe that we are all doing the best that we can, and it's because of our differences that we are wonderful and unique. So with that being said, Mary is not alone in her concern about dating while she's overweight. It comes up over and over again with clients, and I ask the same question of clients over and over again. What is your confidence doing? And I ask that because I don't think it's a question of weight or dress size or a number on the scale. This is a question about how you feel about yourself. If you are feeling confident and sexy in your current package, then by all means you should be putting yourself out there and dating if that's your desire and you're looking to meet someone. If on the other hand you're feeling a lack of self-esteem for any reason, then maybe you should address those issues first. Because I will remind you that dating is about being a whole, happy person who'd like to share their life with another complete person who is also at a good place in their life journey and looking for a partner. Mary said that maybe she should put a disclaimer out there first. Put it right there on her profile that she's overweight, but that she's on a journey to better health and fitness. In fact, Mary mentioned that wouldn't it be nice, she said, if she could find somebody else who was also trying to lose a little weight and they could support each other in that goal. And I think that could be really cool if it works out. I have definitely had couples that I introduced, and that was something that they enjoyed doing together. I'm thinking of one couple in particular whose subsequent dates after I introduced them were met up for an hour walk and chatting, and instead of like grabbing a glass of wine, they would have long conversations while walking around a lake at their nearby park. But should Mary put a disclaimer on her dating profile? No. And the example I gave her was about something in my personal life that I'm working on. And surely there are many areas that I could be working on that could use some improvement, but I'm currently working on being a better listener. Should I put a little note on my dating profile that I interrupt a lot with a lot of stuff I want to say, and I'm not always a great listener, but I'm really making an effort to be better? We all have something we can be working on to be better versions of ourselves. It's not like Mary's photos, if they are up to date, and they 100% should be, and show her figure from head to toe, which one definitely should, isn't going to tell the story of her current place in her weight journey. So there's no reason to have a disclaimer. I know that fellas will often list their height if they are over 6 feet tall, but nobody under 6 feet tall is ever apologizing for not hitting that benchmark that they know lots of women are looking for. And this is assuming that Mary is using the dating apps, where she would be posting pictures and have a small bio. Emphasis on pictures, plural, and small regarding the bio. If she's part of a dating group, or a singles program, or using meetup groups to find new people for her social circle, then just encountering her will give people a clear impression of her weight. But people who just met her do not, or rather have not yet earned, the personal story of what she plans to do with her body in the future. Men who are attracted to her as she is will speak to her. Other men will pass on by her profile or choose to talk to somebody else. And that's the same with all of us based on first impressions of pictures on a dating app or people we encounter out in the real world. I mean, people talk to me all the time in the real world because I'm constantly walking around with a silly smile on my face and I look like I'm about to say something all the time. And I guess it's that energy that makes people talk to me. It's a confidence that Mary says she has. And I encourage her to call on that in these situations. So what I guess I'm saying is that the answer to the question depends on you having an honest chat with yourself and being able to honestly say you feel confident presenting this version of yourself to potential suitors. For many women, I can guarantee you that focusing on one area of your body that is not living up to your own standards is not a great idea because most men are not noticing and don't care. Yes, I do. I have clients that will say they only want to date someone who's a size 2. But I have a lot more clients who tell me they want someone who walks into the room and lights it up with her confidence. So if you're going out there, remember to let your light shine, put on your favorite lipstick, the blouse that makes you feel sexy, not too much perfume. We all want to present our best selves, and that effort and that self-care are what count for a lot. Also, I mean, if you're sitting there worrying about the size of your hips, I tend to believe you're not focusing on making your date feel special and heard, like you truly want to know more about him. So remember where your focus is supposed to be. And then one final suggestion, do not mention your weight or talk about your body in any derogatory terms while you're on this date. Surely he's not mentioning the problem he has with flatulence after eating pizza or that he hasn't had a pedicure in 20 years. We want to lead with our positives with new people, and men really don't enjoy that conversation anyway. Some guys will even tell me that it was annoying when their wife talked about weight and weight loss all the time, so we don't want to remind him of her, what he left behind. And I also want to say that if at any point you are not enjoying the dating situation, remove yourself from it. There's no reason to feel badly. Take a break. A lot of people do that for a lot of reasons when they experience burnout or feel they need some time for self-care or just waiting to refresh the dating pool. So in conclusion, if you are feeling adventurous and ready to test the waters, if you are feeling strong and you are at a good place in your life like Mary and have self-esteem, what are you waiting for? I hope you found this helpful or at least interesting. If you did, please give the episode a thumbs up. And if you want to hit that ring bell, you're notified every time first you got to subscribe. Then hit the ring bell and then you'll be notified every time I upload a new episode. And that would be great. I would look forward to having you back again soon. Thanks for being here today. And until next time, have a good one.